Are you and your partner doomed to split up? Well, this one test can predict divorce with 94% accuracy. Back in 1992, Dr. Gottman was able to create 6 principles of a relationship that, when studied, he was able to use them to predict divorce with 94% accuracy, which is absolutely insane. Like, it's so difficult to predict what human beings are going to do, but to be able to predict something as nuanced and confusing as divorce with that level, almost 96%? Yeah, 94% accuracy. I just checked the numbers. It's really specifically 93.6% is wild. I mean, above 90% predicting what the outcome of a relationship is going to be. But here are the 2 things that you need to know based on this research. If you want to read the full article, you can go ahead and do that by jumping into my Discord server. It's in the linky links section of my Discord, which is free. Totally there for you to use. But here are the 2 things that I talk with my couples about when they are struggling with their relationship. Every relationship is based on 2 key principles. There's 6, but it gets a little bit nuanced. The 2 that are absolutely a must-have for me, that no relationship can survive without, are trust and mutual respect. Because think about it, when you are dealing with another human being, that is inherently a scary and dangerous situation. That's a bad scenario. There is no other creature on this earth as dangerous to a human being as another human being. I mean, you even look at like mortality rates. Human beings kill other human beings much more than any other creature on this planet. Now, when we're making the decision to be in a relationship with another human being, there is a lot that can go wrong. There's a lot that can be argued. There's a lot of aggression. There's a lot of frustration. I mean, gosh, we can't even deal with ourselves very well, much less another human being. I mean, you ever tried to sit in a room alone with your own thoughts? Brutal, am I right? But if you can have these 2 key pillars of a relationship, you can make it through almost any disagreement. And again, those 2 things are trust and mutual respect. Let's talk about trust. Trust is, I have to know, and I have to be able to put my feelings on the line, knowing that despite what may happen, despite mistakes and despite personal flaws and foibles, that I trust you are going to keep my best interests in the forefront of your mind. Even if you make a mistake, I'm going to trust that in that mistake, you are still trying to do the best thing for both of us. If I can't have that trust with another human being, with the partner that I'm in a relationship with, we're doomed from the get-go. You cannot move past go from that point. Trust has to be the 2 pillars, one of the 2 pillars that a relationship is built on. And this is where you get into toxic relationships. This is where gaslighting is so bad. If I can't even trust that my partner is going to communicate the truth to me, well, how can I build a future on that? I mean, by sacrificing myself and engaging in a relationship with another person, I have to really know and be able to stand on them. Otherwise, why am I with them? Right? You know, we're coming together to make a better unit than I would be on my own. If I can't trust you, I would be better off by myself. So divorce is imminent. The breakup is imminent. And so the moment that trust is threatened, you have a very serious fracture in that relationship. This is why infidelity is so insidious. This is why lying is so insidious. This is why differences in agreement and narcissism or self-inflated ego, where I hurt the other person in order to bolster myself, is not a recipe that a relationship can be built upon. You have to have that trust. If I can't trust that that person is going to have my back, if I can't trust even with their mistakes that they were well-intentioned, we're doomed. And then the second point is mutual respect. And so you may be able to trust each other like, wow, this person is very intelligent. This person is very attractive, right? This person, I can trust that they will take care of both my physical and emotional needs. But I don't respect them. Not going to happen, because you can get into a situation where, like with a puppy, I trust that that puppy is going to be there, is going to be happy and wag their tail and maybe make some mistakes, but they're well-intentioned. The puppy is there because, I love them and they love me, but that's not a romantic relationship. I can trust a dog. I can trust my car most of the times to get me to work, but I'm not romantically involved with my car because I don't respect my car the same way I would respect a human being. I mean, I take care of it as a responsibility, but see, that's key. A responsibility is very different from mutual respect. I have to have a peer-to-peer relationship with this other human being. And this is where I think a lot of culture has done us a disservice because, a lot of, stereotypical, misogynistic Western culture believes like males are superior to females, which is, I don't even want to get into all that because it's miserable. But you see, we're so set up for divorce, even already on that premise. If you really do believe that, men are superior to women, which is absolutely the most ridiculous thing I've heard of, we're missing that equity, right? You have to be on equal footing and respect the other person and give them as much value as you give yourself. Otherwise, that relationship is doomed as well. You might as well have a puppy, right? Because the level of respect is the same. I would hope. Some days I begin to wonder, right? Do I respect animals more than human beings? But, follow with me on the theoretical level, right? I have to be able to respect this other human being. If I don't respect this person, I think that they're an idiot. I think that they're incapable, incompetent, or just not going to be able to function at the same level that I am. That relationship is doomed as well, because even though I trust them, I'm trusting them because they're stupid. I'm not trusting them because, wow, this person does have the power to take me down. This person I'm allowing into my life in a vulnerable way where they could hurt me, but I'm trusting them not to. And actually, I'm sharing my vulnerabilities so they can protect my vulnerabilities in ways that I couldn't protect on my own. That is romance. That's sexy. That's beautiful. And so if you have those two things, trust and mutual respect, your relationship is headed in the right direction. And so think about this. There's a lot of ways, and I hope that you share them down in the comments of the ways that you notice this in, man, so many different aspects of the relationship. Think about your exes. Think about those relationships that didn't work out, how one of these two pillars, key components of a relationship were affected, and that ultimately led to the downfall of the relationship. Again, if you want to see all six, I've boiled them down. This is Jesse Lyon's personal, Cliff Notes version to Gottman's training. You can read that link in my Discord server. Link is down in the description below. But let me know how that worked out for you. It's been pivotal to me, and I always, when I'm working with a new client in my practice, in a couple, I share with them those two key pillars because it's good to keep in your head those two things, because when those two things are damaged, that relationship is over. See you in the next video. Bye.